Hello guys, Tony from Zero Fear English here, and today I'm going to show you some tools that will really help you with your English studying or any other language that you're studying. I use these tools as well for the languages that I'm studying. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please hit the subscribe button now. It will help with the growth of this channel, where I will share with you language learning tools and other kinds of tips that will help you with your English studies or whatever other language you might be studying. So without wasting too much time, let's take a look at the first tool. Okay, so the first tool I'm going to show you is Language Reactor. And what Language Reactor does is it allows you to interact with your subtitles on YouTube or Netflix. And it allows you to see a definition or a translation of a word you might see in your video. And the reason that's useful is it saves you from having to pause your video and go to your dictionary or translator to look at what the word means. Also, you can pause the subtitle by line. And what I mean by that is the extension can pause the subtitle at the end of each line. I'm going to show you in a moment, don't worry. And you can replay a subtitle, so you can really take time to understand what is being said, practice listening. But I'll show you that. And just before I show you, this extension is only available on Chrome, as you can see here. So if you use Firefox or Microsoft Edge for some reason, unfortunately, you won't be able to use this. So of course, the first thing you need to do is download the extension from the Google Chrome store. As you can see here, I already have the extension, so I don't need to install it. If for any reason you don't know how to add a Chrome extension, leave a comment below and I will explain how to do it there. So once you have your extension installed, let's try it out. So let's go to YouTube and look at a video. So I have this video from English with Lucy open. I'm sure some of you watch her videos. And this video is called The 5 Business English Mistakes to Avoid. Seriously, right? This is very serious, so maybe you don't want to miss any of the words in this video. So what do? Of course, you turn your subtitles on, right? So let's play the video.
Hello and welcome to another lesson.
Let's
Today we're
switch the subtitles on.
Really
okay,
important.
this is fine. This is normal.
Business English mistakes.
Okay, really important, right? Common business English mistakes. We don't want to make any common business English mistakes. So we need to make sure we understand everything Lucy is telling us. But what if you don't understand the word business, right? Look at that word. That is not the way it's spelled, right? It's spelled bussiness. What is bussiness, right? So we can't click it, right? We can't do anything with this word. So what we can do is we can switch on Language Reactor, the extension we just installed. As you can see, there's a new switch here on YouTube that is not usually there. So let's press that. And as you can see, we can now hover over the words and we can see some translations. By the way, I have my Language Reactor translation language switched as Spanish. So let's imagine I'm a native Spanish speaker, but you can change it to your language. Just press the settings button here and change your language. So if you're from Somali, you can change it there, but for this demonstration, let's use Spanish. And here we go, the word business. We can see the translations in Spanish. We can click this word as well. And There we go. We heard the audio say business. So that's great. So now we can really interact with our subtitles. If you want to interact even more, you can use the shortcut keys for this. So we have A, S, and D. If you press the A button, it will put us back one subtitle. So let's try that now.
Now you might really important. Today we're talking about
Okay, we're back at the beginning now.
Really important.
You can also press this switch here. And what this does is it will pause the video after every subtitle line. So, for example, it should pause after she says the word mistakes, right?
Common business English mistakes.
There we go, right? And we can then press the S button to replay the subtitle.
Really important. Common business English mistakes.
And it'll pause again. And if you want to release the auto pause button, you can click this or you can press Q.
Now you might be thinking, Lucy, I've been learning English for a while now.
Okay, good. And then press A. Let's go back again.
Now you might really today we're talking about.
Okay, we're back at the beginning. Maybe you want to repeat it, so you can press S and then press S and keep pressing the button S and she'll keep saying the same line, all right?
Today we're talking about something.
And you can try and repeat it like her. Today we're talking about, right?
Today we're talking about something.
Today we're talking about something, right? You can really interact with your studies using this tool. You can press D. Let's move forward. Another subtitle.
Really now
right?
you might be been learning. Well, let me tell you.
Great, right? Very useful tool. But now, what if we want to spend some time with a single word? Let's say, for example, she said, well, let me tell you, it can be tricky, right? What is tricky? Well, according to the translation we have here in Spanish, it means difficult or complicated, difícil, complicado, tramposo, right? So let's take this word and use my second tool. So let's take the word tricky, right? Let's go into this second tool. This is a website. This website is Youglish.com. And what Youglish does is it takes anything that you put into the search bar and finds you some examples from YouTube where this word is in the subtitle. So let's try it right now. Let's search for the word tricky and here we go.
It's a tricky thing, isn't it?
Ah, there we go. Look, there's an example. Maybe you want another example. Press this next button, right?
Break for me. But it also left me in a really tricky position moving.
Fantastic. We have another example. But both of these examples were American pronunciation. Maybe you want to see more British English. So what you can do is, as you can see here, we have a few options: US, UK, Australia, and Scotland, because I set that. But let's check UK.
Now comes the really tricky bit, pulling all of those elements.
Okay, one example. Let's look at one more.
This is getting tricky.
The audio wasn't so clear there, but you could hear that that was another example. And if you want to check out some more accents, you have some options here. So let's look at Scotland, because that's where I'm from. Let me judge the accent of these people, right? Let's go.
Places that would be tricky to reach before began to blossom into the legendary golf courses we know today.
That doesn't sound like a very strong Scottish accent. Let's try another. Let's see if we can get a strong Scottish accent, right? Let's check.
Can be quite a tricky decision.
Oh, there we go. It can be quite a tricky decision. So there you go. A great tool for looking at pronunciation and examples. And not only in English. So for example, let's go back to the main page. And here we have a drop-down arrow that allows us to choose any language they have available. And we can go into Spanish, for example. We can look at the word perro and hear that in examples.
Mi perro me miraba como diciendo, "Joder."
Great example. If you're a Spanish speaker, there you go. There's something entertaining for you. Okay, and that's the second tool I wanted to show you. Let's go back to the big screen. And there you go. A couple of tools that will really help you with your English studying. I hope you find them useful. And if you want more tips and more tools that might be useful with your English studying, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also press the like button to help this video reach more people that it will help. And it will help me, and that way we can keep growing the channel and do some cool things, hopefully, in the future. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.